So last class, what I thought you right, what are the features we have, and now what are the topics I'm going to cover. Today we will talk about how to create a planning application, and when you create a single planning application, single currency application, how many dimensions it will come, and what is database for planning application, what is database for planning applications. So we'll go back here as usual. Let me open your running notes. Let me open your running notes, guys. Yes, we have running notes here. Let us open. Yes, guys. Now, let me talk about this. Actually, for a planning application, planning will never hold any data, guys. Planning will never hold any data. See, whatever data you save in a planning application, that will be saved in your S-base. So, for a planning application, guys, even though we have created one planning, I'm opening it. Still, I did not teach you guys how to create a planning application, not yet. So, still, even though you have a planning application, even though you have a planning application, guys, even though you have a planning application, I'll go back here. Let me open your planning application. This is your workspace URL. So even though I have created a planning application, this whatever data you load in a planning application, whatever data you load in your planning application, it will be saved in SBase, guys. So SBase is a database for your planning application. See, SBase is a database. See, I have created one application here. I have created one application. Let me open a data form here. So this, forget about it, guys. What I'm doing, I'll teach you again. I'll come back how to open this workspace. Now, what is the use of this workspace? We'll talk, guys. We'll talk that part later. Okay. I'm just showing you. No, see here, as per our notes, I said, look at this. Planning sits on top of your SBase. Planning is sitting on top of your SBase. Whatever data you load, that will be stored inside the SBase. So planning will never store data. For a planning application, SBase is database. So this even though we have created a planning application, we have a data for a data form. I'm talking about data form here. We have a data form here, but end of the day, whatever data you loaded here, it will be saved in your SBase. It will be saved in your SBase. Let me open this. Let me open this EAS console as well. So whatever data, look at this, guys. The planning will never hold any data, guys. Remember that. For a planning application, SBase is a database. For a planning application, SBase is a database. This is what you know. See, whatever data you load in a planning application, no, that data will be saved in SBase. So I'm keep on saying this thing, guys. Let me log in here. So when we go back here, see, look at this. What is our application name here? What is our application name here? So when we go back here, let us open your application name. See, guys, your application name is, this is the one, PRACTICE. See, practice. Look at this. This is your application name, guys. How you will find out? That will teach you. This is your application name. So when we go back here, see, in SBase, it will create a replica of that application. So whatever the application you create, there you go, guys. This is the practice application. This is the practice application. See, I'll show you one simple example here. Still, I did not teach how to create a planning application. What I'm trying to say here is, whatever data you load in a planning application, the data will be saved in SBase. See, this is your practice. So this is your application. Right now we have some data. Leave it. How this data has come up and what is this data form. Leave it. So I wanted to show you, so I'll go back here. I'll clear data in SBase. See here. This is ES console, guys. Look at this. Oracle database. ES console. Come on. I thought you all this. Okay. So I don't need to come back again. I'll show you that. Let us clear data, guys. Let us clear data. Clear all data. Clear all data. So clearing all data. Okay. Click here. See, it's as usual. It's confirming database clear. Yes. So what I have done right now for a planning application, this is a planning application. For a planning application, I have cleared data in SBase console. So when I go back here, right now I have a data. Right now I have a data. Let me refresh this data form, guys. Let me refresh here. There you go. See, the data has been removed from your application. So that shows that planning will never hold any data, guys. Planning will never hold any data. So whatever data you load, the data will be saved in SBase. So that is the reason most of the time what we do, right? Whenever you wanted to load data for a planning application, normally we'll go to ES console, we load data. This is how it works, guys. Okay, we have some other tools also, guys, like ODI or FDME. Now it has come up. Using that also you can load data. Using Smart we will load data in a planning application. Yes, but most of the time what we do right here, using a rule file, we load data for a planning application in SBS console. Obviously, whatever data you load here, it will be refreshed in a planning application. See, I have loaded data. I just loaded some data here. I just loaded data here. When I go back here, okay, like 900, 800, 200. Once I click save this button, look at this guys. When I click save this button, when I click save, where this data will be saved, the data has been saved. Perfect. Where this data has been saved, there you go, here in your SBase, so that's how it works guys. That's how it works. So that's what the first line says guys. See, for a application sits on top of your SBase. Whatever data you load, that will be stored inside the SBase. So planning will never store data guys. That is one funda. Remember that. For a planning application, SBase is your database. For a planning application, SBase is your database. I just proved it. See, that's what I showed you, right? This is one thing guys. So now we know that a planning application will never hold any data. SBase is a database for your planning application. So far, so good. Any questions guys? Tejasvi, any questions on your side? No. Sidhu? No. Wobble? No. Very good guys. Oh, very good, very good. Now I'll go back here again. Now yesterday we discussed, okay, yesterday first class I told you, we have two types of, Hyperion planning is web-based guys. Hyperion planning is web-based application. That means, what is web-based guys? To access a planning application, you need to have a browser and URL. Obviously guys, anything web-based means what? See, when you open my site, www.batraining.com, this is web-based. Whenever you use www, obviously it is web-based. Your Gmail, it is web-based. Any site guys, any site you use it, it is called web-based. Whenever you wanted to open a site, what you do, you type that URL here, and you will get that, that site. So obviously I typed here my website www.batrainingicon.com. See, it is displaying all this, the site, whatever content it has. The same way guys, planning application is web-based. See here, whenever you wanted to open a planning application, you need to type this URL. There you go. You need to type this URL. See, Wobble is your this is your server name, wobble.localdomain. This is your server name. 9000 is your port number and workspace. So whenever you type this one, it will open your these things, this workspace. So this is web-based guys. Normally, SBase is not web-based guys. It is, it is not a web-based. There is no need to use any URL for SBase. You go there, click ES console, it will open. But here you need to have a browser. The browser is nothing but this one. This one is called a browser guys. Look at this. See, I'm using Mozilla Firefox to open this workspace. Obviously, whenever you want to open a planning application, you need to open a workspace. Then you type that URL. Then it will open your workspace. So this is how it works, guys. This is web-based application. Web-based means simple, guys. Whenever you type using some www or some type Internet Explorer or Google, Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, when you type a URL, that is nothing but web-based. All your Gmails, Skype, everything is web-based guys. So planning also web-based. That's what the second line says that guys. The second line says that it is web-based. Now I'll go back here. You need to have a browser and URL. Here I'm going to use Mozilla Firefox and URL. There are two types of planning applications we have. There are two types. Yesterday I said one is classic planning application. The second one is EPMA planning application. We'll talk about it. Okay, let us create a classic planning application guys. I'm going to create classic planning. Then again afterwards, once I'm done with classic, I'll go to EPMA planning application. Once I'm done with this, what I will do, I'll go to EPMA planning application. That's what I does guys. So whenever you wanted to create any application, classic or EPMA, first you need to log into workspace. And you need to enter your username and password. So how it works, this is what is your workspace and all that stuff. I'll go back here. Let me close everything. Yeah, I don't want to see anything here. See, where you find your URL guys, see for ES console, we go here, double click, or we go to path and we'll open it. But here, this is totally different guys. See, whenever you wanted to find your workspace URL, first we find out, make sure that your Oracle EPM system has been installed and configured, right? Even we have done for SBase, the same thing we do for planning. So they expand this, then go to EPM system 1. So, and go to your workspace here. See what I said, go to Oracle EPM system, go to EPM system 1, go to workspace. There you go guys. go to your workspace, then click here workspace URL. This workspace URL by default it will come along with your installation. So you no need to type anything guys here. If you remember that workspace URL, yeah, you can type that. There is no issue. See here, before I open a workspace here, I'll go here. Let me go back to this Mozilla Firefox. Let me open this. So when we go back here guys, when we go back here, in the history, obviously you'll find this, the URL. Let me open a browsing history. Where is this? New private window history. Let us open this. Whenever you open, there you go guys. See, there you go. See, we have this one. If you remember that, you can type guys. You can type and you can open it. Or if you click this, it will open. Okay, but I don't want to do that right now. This is the first time we are going to open a workspace. First time we are going to open a workspace. What I will do, right? So I'll teach you where you can find workspace URL first. So go to Oracle EPM system. This is the one you need to do that. Then go to EPM system 1. Yes, EPM system 1. Then go to workspace. There you go. So here under workspace guys, we'll find workspace URL. And under workspace, we'll find workspace URL. Okay. See, look at this guys, the path to open workspace or the path to find your workspace URL. Go to Oracle EPM system 1, workspace URL. Whenever you click this, see by default, it will open Mozilla Firefox. I set up as a default browser this one. So what it does, there you go. See, it is processing. When it is processing guys, yeah, it has opened a, see, it says that Oracle Enterprise Performance Management System workspace, the edition. This is good. This is the workspace guys. This is the workspace guys. So what I need to do, right? I need to do that right now. Now it will ask you username and password. The same guys. How we have done? How we have done for username and password for ES console? The same thing. Here my username is admin and I will enter my password. See, there I entered my password, then click login. Whenever you click login, there you go. It will open a workspace. There you go. This is your workspace, guys. Okay, I have changed something. This is your first screen. Like this is how it look like. This is your workspace. Through workspace, guys, we can connect to anything, guys. See here. Through workspace, guys. Through workspace. No, see, there are a lot of things we can do it. We can connect. We can open. We can create a EPM applications as well as classic, both we can do that. And we can open, we can create SBS applications, we can create HFM applications, everything, because I did not configure, that's why it's not showing. But through EPM and through workspace, this is nothing but a central repository, guys. Wherever you want, you can open to shared services. Yes, we can create SBS applications. Yes, I'll show you all that, don't worry. Now we can create SBS applications. Yes, we can create a planning applications. Yes, we can create HFM applications. Yes, we can create HPCM, anything, guys, we can do through workspace. This is nothing but a central repository where you can connect to all the tools that are available in Hyperion. In Hyperion suite, there are a lot of tools, guys. SBS is there, planning is there, HFM is there, HPCM is there. Or if you want to open shared services, yes, we can open all that. There is no need to worry. Actually, go here. It will display here. Right now, guys. Right now, I do not have other stuff, so I'm not showing anything actually. Here, from here, you can, whatever things you wanted to open, we can open. See, if you want to open a shared service console, yes, we can open it. So we can, we can create everything, guys. Here we'll talk that how to create APM application, how to create a classic, all the stuff HF where we can find. Otherwise, how to create S-based application, that we'll talk. This is our first class. Technically, this is the first class. Yesterday, I taught you features. This is this is our first class. I'm teaching you what is workspace. Through workspace, what we can do. So we can do everything, guys. Now, next. So whatever the tool that is available in Hyperion suite, guys, we can through workspace, we can go and open that. We can do that. Good. Next thing. Our next thing is, guys, what is next? Okay. So I have done this, guys. Log into workspace and it will ask you your username and password. Yes. So see, I opened a workspace here and I entered my login and username and password. So it has been logged into your workspace. Good. Next. Create a classic. This URL. This is old URL, guys. You don't need to ignore this one. This is 1.3 version. Okay, that is 1.3 version. If you want, you can write down here, guys. Take this one, go here, guys. Take this one, wobble.localdomain.9000/workspace. If you want, you can remember it. Otherwise, no need, guys. Because I told you, I showed you the path, right? Go to that path. Obviously, that will help you out. Next. Creating a classic planning application. Yeah, out of these two, guys, let me create a classic, then we'll go for EPMA planning application. So whenever you want to create a classic planning application, here before going to create a classic planning application, guys, let me teach you one thing. There are two types of applications, even single currency and multi-currency application, guys. There are single currency and as well as multi-currency application. See, whenever you are creating a single currency application, guys, the application I'm talking about classic planning, guys. I'm not talking about EPMA. EPMA without dimensions also we can create. Leave it EPMA right now. Just ignore EPMA. That is not important right now. We are going to create a classic planning application. So we are going to create, I'll show you what we are going to do. We are going to create a classic planning application. These are the steps we are going to do. So whenever there are two types of currency application, guys, single currency and multi-currency. While creating an application, you need to specify that what kind of application you are going to create. You are creating a single currency, yes. You need to specify that. You need to create a multi-currency, yes. So whenever you create a single currency, guys, this classic planning application, what it does, right, it will create six dimensions along with your planning application, guys. Along with your planning application, these are the six dimensions. What are they? Account, scenario, entity, version, years, and time period. These six dimensions by default, it will be created along with your application. If it is a classic planning means it will create these six dimensions. This must be a single currency, guys. I'm talking about single currency. Look at this. Whenever you create single currency, there you go. Whenever you create single currency application, planning application, it will create these six dimensions. Look at this. Account, scenario, entity, version, years, time period. These are by default. They will be created along with your application. Next, whenever you wanted to create multi-currency, guys, along with those six, it will create these two dimensions as well. What are they? One is currency. This is a currency dimension. The other one is HSP underscore rates. But out of these 8 dimensions, guys, only in planning you can see 7 dimensions. Until currency you can see, but when you go to EAS console, you can see all 8 dimensions. So in planning it is not visible. This HSP underscore rates, this is not visible, guys. We'll show that, guys. Anyway, we'll create a multi-currency application as well. That time I'll come back exactly, what I'm talking here. Right now, if I teach you also, you don't understand what this fellow is talking. He says that multi-currency, single currency, again currency is visible in planning, and HSP underscore rates, it's not visible. Forget about this. See, you need to remember only one thing, guys. If you are creating a multi-currency application, it is a classic planning application. You are going to have 8 dimensions. If it is a single currency, it will create 6 dimensions along with your planning applications. It will create 6 dimensions along with your planning applications. Remember that, guys. So what are those 6 dimensions? See, in SBase it will never work this way, guys. You know that, right? We know we have finished SBase course. See, every dimension we need to create, but the advantage of here is we can these 6 dimensions by default it will be created along with your planning application. See, this is account, one dimension, and these are the features, guys. We'll talk later. One account dimension, one scenario, entity, version, years, and time period. These 6 dimensions will be created along with your planning application. So now what I will do, I'll create a single currency application. This is good. So whenever I want to create a single currency application, what are the steps I need to do? See, these are the steps, guys. Not like SBase, guys, where you create right click, create application and create database. It works. In ES console, very simple. What you do, very simple. You go here. Now you'll open your SBL console. There go select application, create application. But in planning, it will never work that way. In planning, this is totally different tool, guys. The way it works is totally different. So totally it is different, guys. The way it works is totally different. So you need to follow a process to create a planning application. You need to follow a process. How? I'll teach you that. So what are the steps we need to do? See, step 1. See, these are things we need to do, right? Whenever you want to create a classic planning application, first you need to create a data source name. I'll talk what is data source name, guys. Just I'm teaching you the steps. First you need to create a data source name. The second thing, after creating a data source name, guys, you need to create application. After creating application, while creating an application, see, it will ask you to create the dimensions along with your application. So in this application creation, guys, 2 dimensions. One is time period and the other one is year dimension. You need to mention those members along with your planning application. Okay, that will do that. That is your third step, guys. The fourth is you need to register your application. Registration of your application, we do it in shared services. We'll talk, guys. We'll talk one by one. Just I'm explaining how many steps we have. Next, final step is Once you register, the registration is done, then you need to create database. Whenever you click create database, it will create this application in SBase. I told you, right? SBase is a database for your planning application. That means we need to do 5 steps, guys. Remember that. We need to do 5 steps. First one is create a data source name. Okay. The first step is in a planning up. These are steps, guys. Then only your application will be created. This is a process, guys. It takes some time creating a planning application, not like SBase. First thing is you need to create a data source name. Perfect. Second step, create application. Good. Third step, follow the application creation along with dimension creation. Perfect. Here you need to mention 2 dimensions. What are they? Time period and year. Those members you need to mention. I'll show you anyway. Anyway, we are going to create that. Fourth one is register your application. Yes, you are right. And the fifth one is create a database, guys. Yes. See, 5 steps, guys. Remember that. These are the 5 steps we need to follow to create a planning application. This is different from your SBase. EAS console is different and planning is different, guys. See, forget about SBase now. Never ever think about SBase. We will talk about only planning. Planning is separate tool. If planning and SBase both are same, why they need a planning application, guys? So there is no need. So these are steps. Any questions, guys? Now, any questions as of now? Do you have any questions? Sidhu? No. Teju? No. Wobul? No. Altaf? Good, guys. So what I will do today, I'll stop this, guys. We'll stop this one. See, again, I'll come back tomorrow. Again, we will come back tomorrow. What I will do, right? Tomorrow, I'll teach you how to the first step. Then we'll start creating a planning application. Today, we have seen that how to create a planning application. We have seen that and where data will be saved for planning application. That also we have seen that. Then how to open a workspace. How to open a workspace. And where is your workspace path? Where is your workspace path? That's what we have seen that, guys. Nothing else. That's what we have done right now. Now what I'm going to teach you tomorrow. So this is the first step we'll start. We'll start with our first step. Tomorrow I'll open workspace, then we'll create data source name. From here we'll start. We'll create a classic planning application, guys. Okay? Okay, guys. Okay. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Okay.